Joining me now
Sorry.
on this episode of Locally Sourced EP is the owner of the Glory Road Barbershop at 140 Montecillo over on the west side is Miss Alexis Aguirre. Miss Aguirre,
Hi.
thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
No, thank you. First and foremost, I want to say the disclaimer. Um, my face and my hair is pretty good. Alexis was nice enough to cut my hair and offer me a shave over there at her shop. And let me tell you, the experience was amazing. As the first time I've ever had a shave like that. Man, that hot
Yeah.
towel is just it's amazing. First, I like to thank you so much for doing that for me yesterday.
Oh, of course. Of course.
No,
It was
like let me ask you, how did you get started doing hair getting in this profession like cosmetology and
oh,
like that?
it was kind of something that I started off as a hobby.
Hmm.
Um I was very young. I was actually in middle school and I did a friend's hair and makeup for quinceañera she was going to. And then at that she got a lot of compliments. So from there, one of the girls who was going to be in a quinceañera asked me to do her hair and makeup. And before I knew it, I was doing it on the weekends, making my little money for school and just, to have a savings and stuff. And when I got into high school, that's when I started at the age of 15 was the earliest you can start going for your cosmetology license.
Hmm.
I was pretty much almost done with high school already. And so my junior, senior year would like all, you know, uh, college courses, which are dual credits, and I took cosmetology and other electives. So I started very, very young.
Cool. So I'm imagining since you were doing the quinceañeras and stuff before you were in high school, you were a little bit advanced in your class, right?
um,
Just a little bit.
maybe in hairstyling, but I'll be honest, I was the worst hair cutter, which is ironic now, because that's like the base of my living. But
Yeah.
I've always been someone very determined to get better at something.
Mhm.
Um, and I just, yeah, so I worked really hard and I'm where I'm at now today.
Cool. No, that's awesome. I mean, how did you go from, do like from the salon scene into like the barber scene and kind of like, if you can, a little bit, what's the difference?
Um, the difference, honestly, there's not too much of difference as far as like I feel like hair cutting, because I kind of teach my guys too to like not really look at hair as like male or female.
Mhm.
I feel like that kind of like deteriorates like the creativity aspect and limits them as
Right.
to what they can do. I show them to look at hair as art, and it has its characteristics. It's either straight, it's curly, it's um very thin, it's thick, things like that. And then based on that, go ahead and cut accordingly to what your consultation is with your client. The one thing I can say as far as like salons and barbershops is maybe atmosphere,
Hmm.
which is kind of that's what kind of made me go more towards the barber scene. I was always kind of a tomboy growing up, and I love the people in the salon I worked with, but it didn't feel like a fit. And I had a friend who was like, "Hey, at this barbershop, they're looking for someone to fill a chair. Like, you should go." And at first I was like, no, it's a barbershop. Like, I don't want to do that. That's scary. And they're like, dude, you'll do great. Like, majority of your clientele's men anyways at the salon you're at. So I was like, do you know what? I'll try it out. And I went and I loved it. I fell in love with barbering. I fell in love with the art of it, the history of it. And I was able to better connect with my clients, because I've always been into like cars, sports, all of that. So
Yeah. That was cool. Yeah, that other connection with the clientele. That's kind of
yeah,
so
yeah.
so like when did you open your shop, Glory Road Barbershop?
Barbershop. Yes. Like the movie. Like the movie.
Yeah.
Everyone I tell them it's like the movie. I opened back in October of 2017.
Hmm.
Um, I had moved back about 3 years prior from Louisiana, and I when I was out there, I was only out there for a year. And I realized how much I took a year off while I was out there, and that made me realize how much I really, really loved what I did. I thought I was kind of tired of it, but I was like, no, I loved it and I wanted to come back to it. I did. And then from there was when I decided to go ahead and make my own shop.
Yeah, and by the way, it's great. I mean, it looks so cool inside. You all got great music. You got a great atmosphere.
Yes.
Talk a little about some of the services you guys offer there at the shop.
Um, that's the really cool thing about our shop is I always encourage my guys to learn outside the box, like the normal haircuts, which is
Mhm.
majority of what you would get at a barbershop. But they all get trained on hot towel shaves. We've been compared to the art of shaving in Vegas and Austin. Our traditional hot towel shaves are really, really great
Yeah.
part of our services apart from our haircuts. And then we do waxing. We have something called the Brazilian blowout, which is usually marketed towards women, sorry. But we got it for the men because we were having guys come in wanting relaxers. And after doing a consultation, I realized they didn't really want straight hair. They just wanted hair that was a little bit more manageable from like frizz and things like that.
Hmm.
So we got that in, and the guys love it. It's one of the, and they like that they're able to get it in a barbershop and not have to go to a salon for it,
Yeah.
which is what usually offered. Um, Along with color, I just did, highlights for a young man yesterday for his prom.
Hmm.
And it's cool. It's cool to show them the different things that they can do with their hair, and all within an environment that they feel comfortable.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I think the next appointment I need to set like my eyebrows. Mine get pretty bushy.
Yeah.
I don't have a unibrow, thank goodness. But I mean, and the shape is way better because my wife like one day finally told me after we were married for a while, she's like, you need to do something about those eyebrows because I had some
Yeah.
big bushy eyebrows. Like
I
I don't
can't
know.
tell you how many guys they come in and they're like, "Oh, Alexis, my wife said don't forget the eyebrows. If you can trim it down, like I got you, dude." I was
Yeah.
already thinking it because when I cut hair, I'm
Hmm.
looking at the ears and the eyebrows too. So
Yeah. No,
yeah.
I think that'll be my next appointment with you guys. I need to get these done.
Nice.
But no, I mean it's a great experience. You have a great atmosphere. Your crew is so nice,
Yeah.
and it's a great place to go get your hair did and all the stuff that
Yeah.
you guys have available. And you guys, I know you guys do appointments, but I saw also you guys take walk-ins as well.
We do take walk-ins when available. Our schedules do get pretty tight sometimes, especially on the weekends.
Yeah.
But if we do have any type of space or we can make space in between, um, I'm sure you noticed that day, like my crew's super good about working together.
Yeah.
Even there's been times where like someone walks in and they're like, I want to shave and a haircut. And we're like, oh, well, this person has enough time for your haircut, and then this person can get your shave if you're okay with that. And my guys are all about helping each other. So that's one of
Yeah.
the things that we always get complimented on at our shop. And then on top of that, just they're very good about working together. But yeah, that's you can definitely make appointments, but we will take walk-ins when available.
So, but it is a little easier if you call ahead and make an appointment, right?
Yes, it's preferred because one of the things that we have really, really great reviews. If you go look on Google, one of the things we
Yeah.
have gotten, complaints about is like they weren't able to get fitted in that day. And it's
Mhm.
just we're not a very like 15-minute haircut and out type of shop.
Yeah.
When you do come into our shop, with every service, we're a start to finish shop. So we include a shampoo and styling. And we like to educate our clients on not only their hair, but also what it takes to maintain it, what it takes to achieve the style that they're wanting, and also any products that they may be looking at or needing to achieve that style. Because it's one thing for us to do it in our shop, like in our chair, and
Mhm.
then for you guys to be able to go out and do it yourselves when you're at home.
Yeah. No, and you guys, I mean, like I said, the crew was amazing. Like
Yeah.
the way you guys take your time with everyone, just make sure everyone's satisfied. I mean, it's like like it's almost like it kind of like reminds me of like a restaurant where you're waiting for good food. I mean, it takes a little bit of time, but
Yeah.
you're going to be super happy with the result.
Yes, most definitely. And everyone is, when that's our biggest goal, is
Right.
to make sure everyone leaves happy.
Yeah. And then and I know we've talked a little bit about the shop. And now you guys are also having an event coming up soon.
Yes.
What's the event coming up and when's the dates?
So we have a Pokemon event coming up. We're very much known for doing a lot of events as well, pop-ups. We've done all sorts of community events, charity events. This one is for Pokemon, and it's to celebrate the kids in our community and for our shop. We had a Saturday where we're like, whoa, like it was all kids all day long, and we're like, we haven't had anything for kids, So Dia de los Niños was coming up. Pokemon's been a huge thing, not just for younger generations, but even the older generations. There's still a lot of people who
Oh yeah.
are up, up and following it still and playing. And that's what we're going to be having coming up April 29th. And yeah, it's just a way to get the community together, celebrate the children for Dia de los Niños, and also to promote local artists and vendors, support local businesses.
That's cool. And that's going to be held at your location, right?
Yes, at 140 Montecillo on April 29th from 11 to 4.
Oh, that's cool. And then I see that also you got a cosplay contest at about 2 p.m.
Yes.
going on.
No,
go ahead.
sorry, I didn't. No, we'll also have 360 epic events. They're gonna be doing the 360 like video photography. Yeah, it's gonna be super awesome. We're gonna be having a lot of vendors and chalk art, coloring station. I believe we got face painting as well, and we're working on getting a trading center type of booth where kids can go and trade their Pokemon, because that's what it's all about, right?
Nice. Hey, that's gonna be fun. And then you have a little bit of things for the adults, like you got DeadBeach Brewery coming out.
Yes, we'll have DeadBeach, and then for the shop as well, we'll be having little Poke goodies for the kids.
Sweet. I can't wait. We'll be there for sure. We'll go check it out, and I'll take a little one and get some food and buy some stuff from the local vendors. Support local.
Yes,
cool.
That's what we're all about.
Yeah, I am too. I mean, I got you here, so I'm really glad
right?
I was able to get you on finally. And I can't thank you enough for the haircut and the shave. It was phenomenal. Like that, I've never had a hot towel shave like that. I was like, wow. I was talking about it the other day with my father-in-law because we went out for his birthday, and he's been trying. It's hard for him to grow some stuff, the beard and the stuff he does have. I think he does need a little trim. So I think I'm gonna do a little Father's Day thing for him and take him over to you.
Yeah, most definitely. You should definitely do that. We have a lot of, when we started off, our target market was supposed to be like professionals between ages like 25 to 55. But we've had such success with the environment and the culture in our shop. Just the vibe, like you said earlier, the music. We have an array of music that we play, and we have little ones as young as 1-2 years old, all the way up to older gentlemen who come in that are in their 80s. And when we give them their traditional hot towel shaves, they're like, I haven't had a shave like this since I was younger, with the straight razor and the hot towel. And it's really awesome, especially for them, to see them kind of go back in time and to hear their stories of their experiences back in the day in the old barbershops. Cool. It's super awesome. And for them to describe it as like putting us in that kind of same category with them, it's something really, really, really neat.
Yeah, it's kind of like one of those stories. It's like one of those people, like back in my day, I remember I used to do this. So I've already had to tell a couple stories like that back in my day. So, but that's so cool that you're able to provide that service and just take them back and just, give them those memories. And then for them to compliment you like that, you all know you got to be doing something right.
It's a big compliment for sure. I grew up very adoring anything that's vintage and old school because of my parents. And it was just super cool to I'm glad that I was able to embody that in the shop.
No, that's cool. And you've done a great job. It's a cool shop. And again, it is the Glory Road Barbershop located at 140 Montecillo Boulevard over on the west side. It's basically you're across the street from Alamo Draft House, so you can go get a shave and a haircut and then go watch a movie maybe. But also don't forget their event. Is there a main title for your guys' event on the 29th?
It's El Paso Generations Go, and then on the bottom it says celebrating kids of all ages.
Yeah, no, the flyers, this flyer is so cool. I'll
Yeah,
pop it up
and
here so everyone can check it out. And I mean, it's going to be some fun times.
so I would like to give a big shout out to Blanca Estrada. They call her Blue.
Mhm.
She's a local artist, and she was so kind to lend us her art to be able to create the flyer.
Nice.
So yeah, if you guys aren't following her on Instagram yet, it's Blue and Mac. And she's good. She should be there as well, selling some of her local art. She just recently did a big mural for one of the Walmarts. I believe
Cool.
it's one on the northeast side. So she's amazing. And we're gonna have a lot of really nice people out there like that.
No, that's awesome. I'll make sure I include her and all your information in the description below. That way, people can get in contact you, know where to go, make an appointment with you guys. I strongly recommend making an appointment. So if you walk in, you're not waiting for a long time, and that way you go in, get your stuff, your hair did, your shave, you'll walk out feeling great. I promise.
And we have people who come to us from all over El Paso. Even we have people who come to us from Las Cruces. We have people who fly in from Austin, from even from Horizon area and Van Horn. So we won't disappoint. There's a reason, but yeah.
That is so cool. I mean, it's so great. I can't thank you enough for having me as a guest at your shop and getting my hair cut and shave, and it was a great experience. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Likewise.
No,
I love to do
it. No, and again, is there anything else you want to say or add before we end today?
Just thank you to all of El Paso. We have been very fortunate to have made it past COVID. That was one of the big things. We hit 5.5 years in March. We'll be hitting 6 years in October. And yeah, just thank you to everyone who's always supported us in any way, and as well as everyone who's ever worked there. Everyone's been a part of the growth of our shop, and that's where we hope to be a stepping stone in doing these community events together with other people, to be that for other local businesses, because together we can all make it, and we can definitely make a lot of things happen. So I just want to say thank you to everyone who's ever supported us.
No, I appreciate you. Again, it's Glory Road Barbershop over at 140 Montecillo. Your guys' phone number is area code 915-270-9938. And then I'll also include all the information. You guys are on the social medias. I'll make sure to include that. Facebook, Instagram for sure. And your guys' website at gloryroadbarbershop.com. Check them out. You won't be disappointed. Get all this done. Look good.
Yeah. We'll make you guys look pretty again.
Yeah, for sure. Alexis, thank you so much for joining me, and we'll see you at your event April 29th for the celebrating the kiddos.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You too.